Hello gin fans, in this video I'm going to be telling you all about Bullards Norwich London Dry Gin. I'm going to be telling you what it tastes like, what botanicals they use, how it's made, and then right at the end I'm going to tell you my preferred serve. So if you'd love to learn a bit more about Bullards Norwich London Dry Gin, stay tuned. These videos are now brought to you in association with drinkstuff.com. I've been trading with them since 2001, where are we, 17, 18 years now. I get all my cocktail shakers from them, my syrups, my purees, my dehydrated fruits, all my cool barware as well, stuff like this, the Prestigio Mezclar Prestigio Measure, really cool tiki cocktail shakers, anything from glassware, crockery, pubs, bars, hotels, restaurants. They are your go-to people. Online retailers, drinkstuff.com, or if you're sitting at home looking for a really cool drinks related present for a friend or family, then hop on there as well, because I've got some really cool stuff. So these are who the videos are in association with at drinkstuff.com. Go and check them out. There are also some really cool new glassware at the moment. This is what I'm going to be using for my gin and tonic in a bit. This week's question of the video, as we're talking about a London dry gin today, I want to know what your favourite London dry gin is. There are so many London dry gins out there. We've obviously got the Gordons and the Bombays, but we also get into the likes of Bulldogs, today's gin, Bullards Norwich London Dry Gin. So I want to know what your favourite London dry gin is. Let me know in the comments below. So let's crack on with today's gin review. Today, as I mentioned at the top, we're going to be featuring Bullards Norwich London Dry Gin. I think that's the right way around of saying it. I think it used to be called Norwich Dry Gin. Now it's London Dry Gin from Norwich, or Norwich London Dry Gin. Not sure which way round it goes, but that's who we're featuring. I've got a little dram here. If you remember these from a few videos ago, drinks by the dram. I love these. You can get little drams like that to try lots and lots of gins. Already a big fan of their strawberry and black pepper. But let's crack this open and see what it tastes like. So let me just, before we do that, let me just tell you a bit about Bullards. I haven't got the exact date they launched, but I think they launched in 2015. They do distill their own gin, so big props to them for that. They are based right sort of in the city centre of Norwich. The gin itself costs between sort of £35 and £38 a bottle, depending where you get it from. I'll drop links where you can get it from Amazon. They'll probably show up on the screen now, but I'll put it in the show notes below as well. So about £35 to £38 a bottle. But ABV wise, it's about 42.5%. So a nice, healthy, strong London dry gin. Now, what made the gin industry stand up and take note is back in 2017, so 2 years ago now, the World Spirit Awards, this was awarded the world's best London dry gin. And that is not, and if it did get launched in 2015, not sure when it's 14, but 2015-ish, if it did get launched then, in 2 years, they've created the world's best London dry gin. So that is a flipping awesome achievement for them. I have tasted this before, so I know it's a really, really good gin. How they make it, so they use 10 botanicals, and those 10 botanicals are steeped or macerated, infused, whatever you want to call, in their neutral spirit for 12 hours before distillation. And then they fire up the stills. Apparently 7 o'clock every morning they fire up the stills, and they distill for 12 hours again. So the whole distillation process takes 24 hours from start to finish, 12 hours of infusion, 12 hours of distilling. That produces about 60 litres of 84%. They collect it off the still at 84% ABV. Now they cut it back down to 42.5%. Now let me tell you about the botanicals that they use in this, because there's one botanical that sets this off a treat. So the 10, I'll run through them. So we've got juniper, we've got cardamom, we've got coriander, we've got licorice peel, we've got black pepper, we've got angelica root, we've got cassia bark, we've got lemon peel, and we've got apparently lots of orange peel. Now that's 9. The 10th botanical that sets this off, makes this a really rare gin, is the tonka bean. Apparently the distiller was playing about. He found that he fell in love with the tonka bean before he started infusing, before he started making the gin. So that was his whole sort of remit. He wanted to create a gin using tonka bean. So they are the 10 botanicals. Now let's go ahead and try a little bit. I'm just going to pour a tiny little bit out because I'm going to use the rest for a gin and tonic. So, immediately off the nose, you can tell that's a really kind of fiery London dry gin, straight off the nose. Get lots of cardamom coming off there, bit of citrus, bit of juniper as well. It smells lovely. I tell you what, the smell really is inviting. It really makes you want to sort of dive in and taste it. Wow, a big sort of peppery juniper bite on there. Get a bit of I was going to say grassy, bit of sort of grass going on there. Maybe a bit of pine. Oh, I tell you what, that is lovely. The sort of bite, the firiness kind of dies down a bit after. It's not a long lasting sort of bite. It's lovely. That comes together superbly well. Really, really like that. Right, this is what you're here for. You want to see the preferred serve. Now I'm going to use, this is one of Drink Stuff's new glasses. This is new to their range. This is, I've got it written up there, this is an Elixir Highball. It's 17 ounces, which makes it about 480 ml, which is a decent, about, you know, quite a lot of gin balloons are about sort of 16, 17 to 22 ounces. Oh, so I think this is perfect. And I do like my gin and tonics in a nice straight glass. I think this is lovely. Crystal, it's about £30 for 6, making them about £5 a glass. But as I say, these are designed for the trade, so they are quite sort of, you know, robust. So this is what I'm going to make my gin and tonic in. Got my nice chunky large ice cubes going in there. Let's pour the rest of that in there. So these drams are about 30 ml, so I had about 25 ml, so a single shot going in there. Now, my tonic for this is what I'm going, and there's a reason why I'm going there. Not just because I've fallen in love with these guys, fallen in love with this tonic brand, but one of them, Lixer, this is Lixer Tonic, so I'll do it there for the close-up. Lixer, actually, one of the guys comes from Norwich, and I just think, do you know what, the tonic on its own anyway is an absolutely phenomenal tonic. It is lovely, it really is lovely. I love the flavours, but I've really fallen in love with the tonic water as well. So I'm going to use that. Actually, the brand is sort of based Newcastle wise. The two guys, they're friends, Baylor St Edmunds and Norwich. They went to university in Newcastle, met and launched this. They're quite young still, 24 and 25. But I think they've hit it absolutely nail on the head. As that's just 25 ml, I'm just going to use half the bottle. I know it's a big glass. Let's get rid of that ice cube. I'm just going to garnish that with a nice sort of chunky dehydrated orange. Oh, I tell you what, that is an absolutely classic. It's a lovely gin and tonic. Absolutely love that. Really, really lovely. Obviously, I would have filled the glass up if I had a double measure of the gin going in there, but oh, that gin just comes alive with the tonic. So that is my preferred serve. That is my glass of the video from drinkstuff.com. As I say, Bullards Norwich London Dry Gin. I'll drop links of where you can get them. They also do distillery tours, so if you're around Norwich, go and check them out there. That's been this video. I hope you really enjoyed that. If you did, let me know in the comments below. And also, I'd love it if you hit that magical subscribe button as well. If you want to send me a message, Instagram is my preferred format. So just hit me up at Steve the Barman, and I'll get back to you direct messages when I can. That's been this video. I will see you next time.